Whenever I first got on top of that thing, and you got to like test the waters and figure out the right place for the speed and everything. But the first thought in my head was like, what am I doing here? Like, I'm on top of this fucking roof. And I was like, dude, we built this whole thing. I better not bitch out. And I have to try it. So
right.
I just made, you know, like there's been a lot of times in my life with skateboarding where I was like, you know, my mind tells me like, oh, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, I'm going to get wrecked, or like, you know, might go to the hospital trying this, but then I'm just like, I got to turn that part of my brain off and stop listening to it and just make myself, you know, just stop thinking is what I tried to do.
And look at that, episode 258 of A to the
What's
Show.
up, guys?
How's it
Wow.
going,
What up?
Shawn? We're joined today by
on the world.
Shawn Hale himself. Shawn, let the world know who you are and what you do.
Woo.
What's up, y'all? My name is Shawn Hale. I'm a pro skateboarder. That's what I do. I do some other random things. I don't know. I
Pretty
just
much.
do a lot of stuff.
What differentiates like a pro skateboarder to like a regular skateboarder?
I'm professional because, so with skateboarding, there's a lot of different tiers. So at first, whenever you first get sponsored, you start getting flow from companies. So that's whenever a sponsor will just kind of like hook you up and, you know, support you, and it helps get their brand out or whatever. And then if it gets more serious, they'll take you on some trips and hopefully turn you AM. So you got to kind of get turned AM, like officially. And then whenever you're AM is kind of like, I guess, like semi-pro or something. Like
wow.
They're supporting you, and
Amateur?
you're like,
Yeah.
you're going
I'm
on
not sure
trips.
it's semi-pro. That's how hard skateboarding is. Yeah.
It just takes, there's a lot of rounds to it. And then, you know, you're AM for a while, and then it's up to the company if they want you to be like professional for them. So I skate for Birdhouse skateboards. So that's Tony Hawk's company. And, you know, it takes a while. Sometimes you figure out what you're doing, and, then finally, like, you get turned professional, you get a board given to you with your name on it, and then that's that.
Is it like a jersey?
I'm stoked to get to where I am. It's a dream come true. Is it what?
Is it like a football jersey where you get your name
Right.
and number on it? Or?
No,
Yeah.
not quite yet.
Mhm.
It is in the Olympics now, so maybe someday.
Hey.
Wow.
Hopefully not.
Hey. Yeah,
I
that is
mean,
true.
that would be cool to have, like, you know, your board. Like, I can imagine a really good photo of you doing like a trick, grabbing your board, and your name and number is like taken, and it's.
Oh man, dude.
That's a photo.
I've never thought about that in my entire life, honestly.
Dude, that's.
I mean, it's coming, right? I mean,
there, you know what I mean? Like, that's an Instagram-worthy picture.
It's weird. Well, dude, I mean, skateboarding is a lot about like your own personal expression. So I feel like putting a number on somebody like that is almost like categorizing them or
Right.
something, you know?
Mhm.
So it's kind of like, skateboarding is kind of weird like that, because like there's a lot of backlash because you're always kind of like trying to fight like corporate, or I don't know, there's a lot of corporate companies
Right. Mhm.
in skateboarding, but you know,
Mhm.
I don't know. That's just like the roots of skateboarding is
When-
like very punk and
But you have
whatever.
skate competitions, right? I mean, that's always been a thing for skateboarding, and then the
Yeah,
Olympics.
for sure.
So, do you like? Is that a battle for you? Like, you think it's a form of art? You can't put a number on it, or is there actually technicalities that make you a great skateboarder?
No, I mean, dude, that's what's so cool about skateboarding is there's so many different ways to do it. So like, if some kids wants to do it and skate competitions, and like, you know, that's what they want to do, I think that's fucking tight. Because am I running out of my
No, you're okay. You're good.
Keep going. You're good.
my curse word?
Yeah.
I think that's cool because, you know, skateboarding is just supposed to be fun, and like whatever makes you happy. That's why it's so sick. It's because it makes so many people happy, and there's no rules to it. You don't have to be like this good or like this cool or whatever. So that's why it's dope.
Right. But when you were starting off, was that kind of your goal to become pro, at least to begin with?
No, I mean, I was just skating because, dude, I'm from Missouri, so that's like the center of the United States, and for, I don't know, like your audience. So like now I live in California where skateboarding is just everywhere. But when I was a kid, like I didn't really see much of it until Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the video game, first came out.
Yes.
And then I was like, what? Like, this is amazing. And I just became obsessed. So it wasn't, I definitely didn't think I was ever going to be professional. I was just obsessed. That's all I wanted to do was skate every single day. So.
Right. Wow. And from playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater to actually
becoming a pro skater.
I know, dude, it's a trip.
Right.
Yeah, Tony gave me my first pro board. So, dude, it's honestly, it's a trip. Like, sometimes I think about it, I'm like, man, I remember when I was a kid and I'd be like driving around my little city with my pops, and I just remember he was like, someday you'll G skating with Tony Hawk. You know, it was just a total joke. And then, like, fast forward and it's actually true. It's pretty cool.
So if anyone has ever touched or seen a skateboard before, you already know of the Hawkman, Birdman, also known as Tony Hawk himself, right? I want you to describe the first moment you sat down with Tony Hawk and he gave you your board. Like, describe it to me.
Dude,
feel what you went.
Well, I'll tell you, the first time that I met Tony, I remember I was at Tony Hawk Incorporated. It's where Birdhouse headquarters are. And I walk in a room, I'm like, oh my God, that's Tony Hawk. And he's like, oh, Shawn, hey. And I was like, what? Like, you know my name? Like, how? I didn't know what was going on. I don't know. I was just like starstruck. It was a super surreal experience because, like, as you're skating your whole life, you know, that's the easiest joke to make when you meet a kid that's a skater. It's like, oh, you know Tony Hawk? You know, it's just too funny.
No, but you actually know him, which makes it like crazy. You skate.
Yeah, it's cool.
That just says a lot about your skill level, right? Because again, like he is the all-time greatest skateboarder.
Yeah, he's
pro skater out.
Dude, Tony's the man.
And now,
dude, yeah, I feel super lucky. You know, there's a million skateboarders that are so good, and I just, like, you know, I guess I had a goal when I was a kid. At a certain point, when I was around 19 or 20, I was like, I want to skate for Birdhouse, and I kind of like didn't waver for that. It took a few years before I actually did, but I just remember like being like, that would be the ultimate thing. Like, I want to skate with these guys, they're sick. And eventually it happened, you know.
It was meant to be. I think it was meant to be. If you're saying like you went
I like that. You know what
I mean? It's meant to be.
So I'm pretty sure sooner or later people are gonna be like, oh, what are you, the next Shawn Hale, right? It's bound to happen, you know?
It's bound to happen.
Your name fits, but can I like, this is the first time like I say this. Your
Shawn
name,
Hale Pro Skater.
Yeah, like Shawn Hale Pro Skater. Come on, it's like Tony Hawk.
Oh man, yeah, dude,
like
I'm down.
Michael, right? He's in with the whole, like, it's crazy how your name fits perfectly with the whole brand. Is this your actual name?
So
or is that
funny.
like
I
don't think stage name exists.
No, that's my actual name. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
good. Yeah.
It's funny. I've had one person say that to me before, and I never really think much about it. And now you say that again. It's pretty funny.
It's crazy. So, how, for a person like me who's never been on a skateboard, how hard is it to skate?
Dude, it's hard, but it's just like anything else you do that takes work. Like, if you're an artist, you know, you just have to freaking paint every day or draw every day, or, you know, if you're in real estate or something, you need to be out there doing it like every day. And once you're doing it every day, it gets a lot easier. So, you know, the difference is for skateboarders usually is how much time do you have on your hands. When you're a kid, you have all the time in the world. So when you're a kid, it's easy to get good real quick. Whenever you're older and you only have like the weekends or maybe like a couple times a month, you're not going to progress as fast, you know? Because a lot of it is about building the tiny muscles in your ankle, you know, in your feet that help you stay stable. And if you do that every single day, your feet are going to be stronger and you're going to be a lot more stable and a lot more comfortable. So that's what it usually is. Pro skaters are usually out skating every day.
Yeah, well, here's a little fact for all you guys watching right now. Haejl over here. Haejl's a skater, right?
I'm trying to become a pro skater.
Right? Yes, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I have some questions for you. How do you get better at some skills like balance, for example?
Dude, that's just like skating every single day helps a lot with balance. You know, it's also, dude, I've noticed, because I've met people who haven't skated at all, but maybe they would be like an active runner, like they're running, jogging every single morning. I've noticed that they got the muscles in their ankles to keep them stabilized better, and it's significant difference whenever they get on a board, you know, versus somebody that isn't super active. Then it makes it just a little bit harder. But like if you like skating, then all you got to do is go roll on your board every day, you know, like make it a point. If you have a gas station close to you that you like to get a snack at, just roll over there and you're gonna feel a lot better after a while.
Amazing. All right, cool. All right, sounds good. I want to pull it back to the Hawk Foundation. Have you worked with the Hawk Foundation building skate parks and stuff?
Yeah. I've been lucky enough to be a part of like doing events with them. Usually we do like fundraisers, but also have been to some like grand openings of parks. I didn't actually help build them myself, but I used to design skate parks for a skate park company, and we worked with the Tony Hawk Foundation at that point. And then that was before I left Missouri. But yeah, now I do some like consulting on skate parks, and I do designs for like some people would hit me up for like some obstacles, or like they want to change their city a little bit.
What does it take to design one, like to design a full skate park?
I mean, with that, I was just in my hometown. There was this big skate park company, and I knew the owner. And there's a point in my life where I was like, I pretty much, whenever I was like 20, I almost pretty much just gave up on skateboarding professionally because I had a girlfriend, and she got pregnant, and we were getting married, and I needed to be serious. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a job designing skate parks. So I did that for a while, and then so I don't know, like they taught me how to do. I was already good with like video editing software. Like I don't know, I just love that kind of stuff, and drawing and whatever. So it was just like, it was easy for me to get into designing skate parks, but I had to learn how to do like 3D modeling and stuff. So it's a little complicated, but it's fun.
Is it like a set like design, or is it different with each one, or is there like a, I don't know, how does it work?
With skate park design, it just depends, because every customer is different. So we were working a lot with cities, and they would give us like the area that they have, and their budget, and like also we would talk to the kids and see like what the skaters wanted in that little town. But then sometimes you're like designing something for somebody's house or like their private skate park, and they know exactly what they want. I don't know. It's fun though. You can be it's super fun designing skate parks because you can be creative and like, think of. You always want it to be different. You don't want to like cookie cutter stamp the same skate park. You want something new and unique and exciting.
You said something that was actually surprising to me, which is you ask little kids what they want in their skate park.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. I never thought it would be like that. I thought
it's
it was
cool.
Just, it's set, done. Like you guys design something, depends on the budget, and here you go. Here's your skate park.
No, because you want like the kids who are going to use it the most to be stoked, and like in every little city you'll have a group of their skaters that are stoked on a certain thing. They might want like a plaza style, like real street skateboarding look to the place, or the city might even want that too, or encourage it. Or you might want like a bowl or like a half pipe or something. Like I don't know, you just try to make it so that whoever's using it is super stoked.
All right, what's your favorite part of a skate park? Like what's your favorite thing?
Dude, honestly, I like it. My favorite skate parks are the old beat up crappy ones that people don't really like, because it feels more like a street spot to me. Like there'll be like weird obstacles that weren't really meant to be skated, and that's what I usually will have more fun skating on, just because I don't know, it just sparks my interest. I've been skating for like 21 years, and so like there's been like a portion of my life where I like a certain part of a skate park or like a certain street spot, and then I get over it after a while. So my favorite things are just things that I haven't got a chance to skate yet,
Right. Cool. But do you have like a favorite like skate park or some favorite skate parks? Can you let us know?
Well, we're signing a lease on a place right next to Stoner Skate Park, but I wouldn't say that's my favorite skate park. But
I've been to Stoner Skate Park. It's a really cool park. Yeah.
It's
cool.
fun.
Stoner Skate Park.
I definitely like it. It's super slippery. Yeah, dude, it's on Stoner Avenue, the street. just a funny coincidence.
It is. Like skaters and stoners, they kind of go hand in hand a little bit. Not like,
dude, it's pretty funny.
It
yeah.
is super funny. I like it. So we know, like, I don't know, do you consider skateboarding a form of extreme sports? Or what is it? Because
I guess, dude, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it is like a sport, except you don't have a coach, so that's like, you don't got anybody telling you what to do. And I don't know, it just depends. Like, a lot of skateboarders don't want to call it a sport. It's like this weird thing, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is. But it's just like I don't know.
What makes it extreme, I think, is the tricks you guys pull off. Like, it's crazy, the stuff you guys.
Definitely
extreme. Definitely extreme.
You definitely suffer a lot with skating too.
Dude, what's the worst you've seen?
Beat the shit out of yourself. The worst I've seen?
The worst you've seen in skating, like the worst injury.
Dude, I've seen some pretty disgusting leg breaks, and then I don't know. I was watching my friend skate like a mega ramp, Elliot Sloan, and this was a long time ago, and they didn't get do you know what a mega ramp is? It's like a
huge ramp,
like a giant ramp. Yeah,
I mean,
like for motorcycles.
Danny Way used one to jump over the Great Wall of China, so that gives you an idea of how big it is. So they got a huge gap, and then at the end of it, it's got a big quarter pipe, and so that sends you straight up into the air. And they just didn't have the dimensions right on the quarter pipe. The quarter pipe was like 20 to 25 foot tall, and just because they had it just barely off, it like sent him straight up, but too far back, and he landed on the deck, and then he fell to the flat. So that was I think he broke his back or something. I don't know.
Ouch.
That was pretty gnarly, but
yeah,
that's that's such like a niche in skateboarding, because there's not very many places where you can go learn how to skate.
All right, for those of you who don't know what a mega ramp is, here is a mega ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
this is crazy. So he went up like this, and then he just landed on
went up and then down.
He went up, and then he landed on the deck. And
right here.
Yeah, like bad. And then he bounced off of that nearly to the flat. It messed him up pretty good.
Oh no.
That was one of the gnarliest ones.
Oh no.
Wow. Oh no. Have you ever skated a mega ramp?
But he had like pads and a helmet on, so that's good.
Yeah.
Usually with street skating, I've seen some nasty breaks, and I don't know. But have I skated one? Yeah, I tried jumping one just like a couple months ago. We did this video, but so it's so scary whenever you're on the actual drop in. It's a huge ramp, and it's like straight down, and there's no bailing. Like, if you drop into it, like you're going hopefully over that gap or into the gap, like, dude, it's definitely risky. But yeah, I tried it once and sent it over it, but I didn't have my skateboard set up right. I was missing a washer, and it gave me a wobble right before I hit the ramp, and I was like, dude, it was the sketchiest thing. So I need to set up a new board and go try it again. Like, you have to have like kind of a special setup for that board, because usually I like my trucks are like the axle of where your wheels are on your board, and I usually like them to be real loose so that you can just turn real quick if you want. But whenever you're on something that size, you want to go straight. You have to go straight, because if you have a little wobble, you can't have a
game
wobble.
over. Yeah.
Game over.
Did that not throw off your own balance, since it's tight and you're too used to it being a little?
It is. Yeah, you have to get used to it. Like, it's weird. A lot of skateboarders don't like skating any other board except their own, and everybody's boards feel different. So whenever you make a drastic setup like that, you have to put some time in, like getting used to how straight it's going, or whatever. But it's still, I like skating. Like, I love skating my friends' boards, but that's kind of more recent to me. But I just like skating anybody's skateboard whenever it feels weird. It's fun. I don't know.
Yeah. Isn't it harder when you're skating someone else's board?
It can be harder, but like sometimes it's not. Sometimes I don't know, it just feels different. It helps you. To me, after skating for so long, like, I'm so used to how my board feels. I don't know, dude. It's just sometimes you need a mind change to help you land a trick. You know.
Oof! Wow. So you get stuck on a trick and you like switch the board.
Sometimes you just need something a little bit different. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they have been coming up with these crazy skateboard designs. Did you see the glass skateboard video on YouTube?
Oh, I did see some of that. Yeah.
Dude, those
they just trying to get some views.
Yeah, no, but it's crazy. And that guy, I think it was from Birdhouse Skateboarding. I think shout out to those guys. The guy almost died. He almost fell on glass.
Aaron Carroll.
Oh yeah.
You're right.
Dude, that shit.
Glass.
Like yeah, that was pretty sketchy.
Skating glass. I mean, I can't wait for us to get hoverboards one day. Do you see the Tony Hawk video where he was on that hoverboard skating up and down?
Is it the one on that magnetic mini ramp? Yeah, I did see that. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I can imagine the future of skate parks just being made of like fully made of metal, right? And everyone would buy their own little.
That'd be a trip.
That'd
be a trip.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Moving the whole wheels off the whole it's no more skateboarding. It's now hoverboarding.
Skateboarding is funny though. Like I don't know. Like we're pretty stubborn and pretty stoked on the way it feels right now. You know, like skateboarding is like I don't know. We've skated like already fine-tuned to how we like it. You know, like because people try to make like aluminum skateboards or like. They don't. Let me tell you, like an aluminum board, it's all rattly and it sounds terrible. Like you can't. I don't know, dude. Even like if somebody else is skating, I haven't seen a board like that in a long time. But if somebody else is skating it, it just sounds terrible. It's like I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
People do try to change things up, but it's just like I think at least with what I do with skateboarding, like. I don't know. I feel like we all want things to look and sound and feel a certain way. I don't know.
Right.
It's almost like a culture and tradition.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of like a tradition. I've never thought about that.
I wonder, right? Shawn, do you surf at all? I feel like
I do. Yeah, Yeah, I just started surfing more recently than I ever have because I'm from Missouri. There's no ocean there, but it takes a lot of time, like a lot of energy to surf. So usually I would want to put all my energy towards skating, but I have found the energy to make myself go surf. I got a wetsuit recently and I'm all juiced on it. Like I love it a lot. So
yeah,
it's cool. And now I like will go surf and then skate right after and be like, I don't know, sick.
Is it a different vibe when you're skating after surfing? Do you like feel like you're surfing on the board?
No, I mean, I don't know. No, it's just, I mean, you spend so much energy surfing, so you're kind of like tired afterwards. But I don't know. It's just different.
I see.
I've never surfed in my life. I've never seen a wave big enough to surf in our parts of the world. Like we don't have those kinds.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
Like, I'd love to try surfing. If I'm gonna try surfing, it has to be in Hawaii. I don't know why. I don't know where that thought came from, but it's here.
Because they surf a bunch there. Yeah. And even
surfing, dude, surfing's scary to me. Like I am so much more used to landing on concrete than water. Like water's crazy. It's just like you can get held down for a little bit, and it's like I don't know, man. That's what always tripped me out about surfing. Is like I was like I'd rather fall on concrete than
really. But it doesn't
get
hurt.
Held underwater, out of my control.
It doesn't hurt when you fall on the ground. It hurts.
I know that is. I mean, I'm all juiced on it, and I like am more comfortable in the water, and I love it. I just want to be surfing whenever I'm older. You know, like freaking 50 years old and still go surf, or I don't know. It just seems like. I mean, I live in California, so I'm like, dude, I've got to take advantage of living next to the ocean. It's like
pretty much, yeah. Like
lucky, you know.
Not to. It really would be a shame not to. Like ever.
I know that's
yeah.
That's why I was just like, man, I can't believe I lived here for so long and didn't like put the energy into learning how to do this. But I finally have the time to do that. So I'm stoked.
Yeah, but it's crazy. But
I hope you get to surf someday. It's pretty sick.
Me?
It's hard.
Both of us, exactly. Yeah. I would love to surf also.
But it has to be in Hawaii. I told you. I refuse to surf anywhere in the world.
Don't refuse, man.
Other than Hawaii, bro. Even if they had better waves, it has to be in Hawaii.
You know they have inbuilt like indoor surf.
No, I'm not into
No?
that bullshit. No, it has to be actual surfing.
I think it's the Olympics now. I
Dude,
think
it's like
surfing's in the
playing.
Olympics
It's like playing
also.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater and
Rad.
calling yourself a pro skater. It's not how it works. No, it has to be real waves in an
Real
ocean.
waves in an
right?
ocean, huh?
In a wetsuit too, fucking doing all this shit, right? And then standing on that. That's how it's gonna be. I have a vision and I'm gonna do it. That's like, it's crazy. So, what other forms of boarding, let's say, have you done? Like, so you've done
snowboarding for sure.
Huh?
Yeah, snowboarding is pretty fun. It's pretty easy to go from skating to snowboarding. I mean, at first it's really weird, but you can like get the hang of it real quick. As soon as you understand how to like carve, then it's like game on.
Interesting. Is it funner though, or do you still prefer skating? Like, and what's the difference?
I definitely prefer skating over anything. I'm obsessed with skating. It's all I want to do. Like I build my life around skating.
That's my bad.
Yeah, snowboarding is pretty fun. It's pretty easy to go from skating to snowboarding. I mean, at first it's really weird, but you can like get the hang of it real quick. As soon as you understand how to like carve, then it's like game on.
Interesting. Is it funner though, or do you still prefer skating? Like, what's the difference?
I definitely prefer skating over anything. I'm obsessed with skating. It's all I want to do. Like I build my life around skating.
That's my bad.
Big Bear or like usually Big Bear. It's close to LA, but I just usually like I want to go more, but it takes you got to dedicate like a weekend or a lot of time, and I'm just usually like, man, I want to go skate instead. Or I don't know. I just pretty much, dude. I'm addicted to skateboarding, and it's my favorite thing in the world, I guess. And
True.
I don't know.
Or if I remember
that's what I usually try to do.
Isn't there like a skateboard that's like a bit bigger than a skateboard, and they do it for mountains, like going down?
Oh, longboard, yeah.
Is that what it is?
You ever do those?
Longboard?
Yeah, because I think for me the best part of skating is just like skating down a little hill, just going down and just cruising until you hit the wobble.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, dude, going fast on a skateboard is just, I don't know, it's just great.
Well, we have a few tricks of yours that you've done. Ali, you want to pull them up? And we just want to know
what you got.
This is a segment we do with a lot of athletes, or if you don't like that word, people who do skateboard or.
Oh, we're definitely athletes.
Fair.
We freaking train.
So it's literally called what was going through your mind, right? So we're gonna pull up a few of your like super amazing tricks or going down ramps and stuff, and we just want to know the simple question: what was going through your mind? So walk us through this one, Ali. Pull up the first one.
Dude, that one. This one was a high pressure, high stakes one. What was going through my mind is, dude, I wanted to build, if you can see in that video, we built a ramp on the van. So I live right by this place, and it's a famous skate spot called Courthouse. They were about to tear it down, and I wanted to jump off that roof forever because it's got that perfect shape. I was like, dude, we could just park the van and put some wood on it, and I could just go into that. And so whenever, we built that for this Transworld Skate and Create series that they did. So they gave us a little bit of budget, and we were finally like, yes, dude, we can finally make this van thing happen. And so me and Mills, the Birdhouse team manager, we went to Home Depot and bought all the wood and built it all day long. Like, dude, we were working hard on like this box. We even bought the van for the skit because we were gonna, like blow the van up or something. But I got a crazy part about the van after I'll tell you the story. But so worked on it all day, and we were like, fuck it, let's go there and try it right now. And I was like, all right, I'm beat, my legs are already sore, and I get up on top, and on top of that roof I can see the swoop, or like the lip of the ramp, and then can't see the van, can't see anything. It's just the ground. And like the only way that I knew where the van was is I put a little piece of green tape right in the center so that I would not miss the van.
Amazing.
Yeah, let's play the video. Let's watch you do it. So because this is really cool.
Yeah, that one, dude, I almost overshot the van on that first try. Yeah, and then we had to adjust it.
Wait, so that is that what you call a bail?
So that was pretty scary, man. Honestly, so whenever I was on top,
that's crazy.
That is crazy.
So whenever I first got on top of that thing, and you got to like test the waters and figure out the right place for the speed and everything. But the first thought in my head was like, what am I doing here? Like, I'm on top of this fucking roof. And I was like, dude, we built this whole thing. I better not bitch out. And I have to try it. So
right.
I just made, you know, like there's been a lot of times in my life with skateboarding where I was like, you know, my mind tells me like, oh, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, I'm going to get wrecked, or like, you know, might go to the hospital trying this, but then I'm just like, I got to turn that part of my brain off and stop listening to it and just make myself, you know, just stop thinking is what I try to do.
Here's funny, a question I just
recently
yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I've recently just started, I don't know if you've ever heard of like alpha brainwaves, beta brainwaves kind of thing. I don't know, dude, it's kind of some weird stuff, but like I've noticed that sometimes I have to like calm my brain down so that I can like go into a mode where I actually focus. That's been helping me a lot with skating lately.
How do you do that, Shawn? How do you do that, Shawn?
Dude, I'm gonna sound crazy, but just the other day I was struggling.
Me, it's not the worst you've heard.
Dude, I was struggling to like fully commit to this trick I was trying, because I don't know, because I could rack real easy on it, and like it was just making me be really careful. And I like dude, this is the weirdest thing, but I was looking at my board, and this like my trucks were like shining in the light, and I like focused on this part that was shining, and I like noticed that I calmed down a lot while I was just noticing the details on this part of my board. And I was like, oh, whoa, that like calmed down all my crazy like anxious thoughts that I was having, because there's a lot going on. There was traffic, there were people walking down the street, my homies filming, like my homies like hanging around, and had all these thoughts. And whenever I focused on those details, it's like I just focused differently. So then I just started using that straight up for the trick. Like I would just focus on that, and then I would try the trick immediately, and I felt really calmed down. I don't know, it's weird.
Wow. Yeah, there's something to like focus in, right? Yeah.
So here's a question I actually want to ask. If you don't want
wait,
Eddie, did I just?
I was gonna tell you. So we bought that van because we were gonna blow it up or something for that show. Dude, that van got stolen that night. Right after doing that trick, it got stolen in front of the team manager's house, which was nuts, dude.
That is very nuts. That is insane.
Somebody stole the van in Long Beach.
Where are you gonna find it, dude? Where are you gonna find it?
We got it back like a week later. They cut off the catalytic converter, and it was just like sounded all loud and gnarly, and we couldn't use it. We couldn't drive it around the streets for the rest of it.
But did you blow it up?
We had it. We lit the interior on fire, like Heath Kirchart and Jeremy Klein. We did this like skit that was kind of like an ode to an old Birdhouse OG video, and they like lit the dash on fire, but we didn't blow it up all the way, but it was cool.
Unfortunate. So the question I wanted to ask you, and if you don't want to answer, it's fine. Did you ever bitch out of doing like a trick or a ramp or anything? And if so, tell us that story.
Yep.
Dude, for sure, like with street skating, man, sometimes you try to skate something that's really scary, and you get there and it's on the street, so nothing's perfect about it, and there'll be like, there'll be a crack right where you want to pop, like the sidewalk's cracked up, and you can't get yourself over it, and then you're just like, fuck this, like I'm not gonna skate this, and you move on to the next thing. So that happens, frequently, but it just depends. Sometimes you get really used to like making yourself overcome these little difficulties. Like your brain just wants to tell you no a lot with skating, and you just have to get past that.
But what I'm worried of, and maybe I'm not worried about anything at all, right? Or maybe like I have no reason to, is that you find a way to shut off that part that says no to a point where you do something that's illogical and you might end up, in
Right.
a really shitty situation, right? So do you not have anyone that like is on standby just in case you're committing to something that's extremely dangerous? I'll be like, hey, listen, bad idea. Like, don't do it.
No. No. Honestly, dude, it's crazy because like, man, I'm, like the team I skate with, Birdhouse, we got some crazy motherfuckers on this team. Like, they're just like doing the craziest gnarly tricks. And like from, different people's perspective, you see somebody about to try something that's like, dude, you can like we might be taking a hospital, but you just have to like be quiet, not say anything, don't get into their head, because it's just kind of like, you want that person to do what they want to do, and of course they know the risks and what they're doing, but that's that's what we're out here like risking our, we risk our bodies just to do what we want to do because it's fun. And I don't know, dude, it just gets us juiced.
Crazy.
But yeah, dude, there's a lot of times where it's like, we know that it's really dangerous, like really sketchy, like something's really sharp and jagged, or like you got a big drop, like full, couple story drop or more, dude. And I don't know, yeah, there's a huge mental side of skateboarding that you just have to kind of like understand what you can do on a skateboard and just have freaking confidence and faith in yourself that you're not gonna freaking fall off the side of the building or something.
That's amazing. Right. Ali, pull up the second one.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, I want this one right here. Is
all right, speaking of street, right?
I want to know.
We're in the middle of the streets. Yep. Speaking of a drop.
That was Christmas. That's funny. That was Christmas Day, and we skated this other spot that's never skatable because there's security in it, and we just got done skating there, and the security kicked us out, and then we drove around to this spot because this spot's never skatable because it's got really gnarly security, and there was a few guys there already skating, and they were like, oh, we just got kicked out. But so I was way too excited to skate it. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna skate it anyways until they come kick me out, because they didn't say anything to me yet. And yeah, so we just showed up, and I just immediately started trying this. I didn't really think about it. I just knew I wanted to go down that hill. And plus, I mean, to be honest with you, I love smoking weed whenever I skate, and dude, I just get really juiced and energized if I smoke a little bit of weed, and I don't know.
And then you go for a little drop. Oh my man! Here we go.
Yeah, that thing was so fun.
Let's watch it.
Let's watch it here.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the wobbles was so fun about that, dude.
Yeah.
Speed wobbles.
Well,
that was so fun. I mean, honestly, to me that wasn't very risky because I could fall in the grass or whatever. But I mean, I hit my head really hard on the ground at one point, but I hit it in the grass. But dude, I hit it really hard, but it was fine. But if I hit it on the concrete, it was like, that was bad.
That would have been game over.
Thanks.
Game over.
Thanks.
Dude, you dyed your hair back then. Are you planning on going back to it? Because that looked pretty cool.
My hair, thanks, man. My hair's I just dyed it black. My hair looks crazy right now, honestly.
I see a little bit of purple.
There's purple in it, yeah, for sure.
Purple's my favorite color. I support the purple movement. Go full purple, bro.
That's what's up, dude. Yeah. I dyed it purple because there's this skateboarder who had purple hair who died recently, and like, I don't know, I just wanted to dye my hair purple too from that. But yeah, it was blonde, and then I just threw some like this crazy purple into it, and then I just decided to dye it black. Whenever I dyed it black, it changed from like this pink to this like darker purple. I didn't even know what it was gonna look like, but I don't know. I never really.
Purple's a good color. Go for it.
Thanks, bro.
Honestly, won't commit. Right.
I never bleached my hair when I was a kid. Like, my parents wouldn't let me, I remember. And then, I don't know, I just been having fun, like, bleaching my hair and messing around with that stuff lately.
That's pretty cool. Third video?
Yeah.
We'll do one more.
Yo, I just want to ask, so you said, like, your fam didn't let you, like, dye your hair when you were a kid. How was it, like, about skateboarding when you said you want to be a skateboarder? And
dude, I was obsessed. I think they were just stoked because my dad he surfed whenever he was in California. He's from California. They moved to Missouri before I was born. But so I think he was stoked and just supported me, saw how much fun I was having. You know, I was obsessed, and so yeah, they were very supportive.
All right. Well, that's cool, right? Because
they were just like, they were a little restrictive on things that they thought might, I don't know, make, like, I think they worried too much about what other kids or like teachers or whatever thought, and they would like tell me I wasn't allowed to do a lot of things. But that's every parent, you know, I don't know.
Right, every parent. Yeah, but some people, it's cool more than others.
Right.
I want to ask you also, since we don't have a lot of time here, I did want to go into this topic. Your worst injury, Shawn.
My worst injury.
Yeah, tell us about it.
I don't know what that would be. I had a knee surgery. I had a couple different knee injuries that were pretty lame, but they weren't all that bad. I don't know. I've had a lot of broken bones. I had 2 broken wrists at the same time.
Okay.
That one was pretty lame because I could only use these fingers. Dude, I thought I was spraining my scaphoid in my wrist, but apparently it's easier to break that bone, and I guess I fractured it, and then I fractured it worse and worse until it broke in half. And then at that point, I knew that my wrist was jacked because it turned into like a softball. And then I had to be in a cast for so long for that because that bone is like notoriously bad at healing. So I was in a cast on my first wrist for 7 months. And then I was on a skate trip. I was in like Austria and trying this trick, and I was skating with one cast on, and I freaking broke the other one. And I didn't want to tell anybody that I was 100% sure I broke it, but I didn't want to go to the hospital, and I just wanted to go to the next spot. So I just wrapped it up, and I didn't go check it out until I got back to the States, and sure enough, it was broken. And then so I was overlapped in 2 casts for like a month and a half, and then that second cast had to stay on for 9 months, which was crazy. Which is so crazy to me, but they healed. So it was either a surgery, which was only going to be 50-50 chance of success and could have really bad lasting problems, or I could just cast it for a long time and use this ultrasound bone stimulation machine. So I did that, and my wrists are decent, so they feel good.
All right, and you're back skateboarding, right? Do you ever whenever you injure yourself, you're like, yes. Whenever you injure yourself, do you ever feel like this could be the last, it's really hurt your knees, right, or something? Some people can't.
Dude, honestly,
back to skateboarding.
Thankfully, I've been good, and
thankfully.
I don't really think about that, you know. Like I'm just gonna keep skating as long and as hard as I can, and until I'm dead. Like that's how it's gonna be. So there's no really other option.
Respect, honestly, respect.
Respect.
Yeah,
right.
That's great. Let's do one last video before we ask you the ultimate question, right? What was going through your mind on this one? Haejl, you want to pull it up?
Are you waiting for me? I was gonna ask you. Sorry, we don't have time for that. I want to ask Shawn one more question about. Can you tell us? So you're working on other projects also other than skateboarding, right? Can you tell us a bit about Haejl?
Oh yeah. Wait, the shoes?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Oh, Avos, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been making this shoe. It's like a warm-up shoe for athletes or anybody with foot pain, especially for plantar fasciitis. But basically, with skating, you get so many ankle injuries that you got to do physical therapy, and sometimes it lingers, and sometimes you have lingering pains. And there's this thing called plantar fasciitis, and you can get it from like limping on something, and it's basically stresses out the arch of your foot, and it hurts decently bad, like pretty bad on the heel, or I don't know, sometimes you just need to do some manual stimulation. So there's one thing that a lot of physical therapists would tell you to do, which is like stand on a tennis ball every day for like 20 minutes under each foot, and just to like manually stimulate that blood flow. And So I would be doing that for injuries and just thinking like, why do I have to stand here? Or like, it was kind of a chore, and I wanted to be able to continue doing other things I was doing. So I was like, decided to try to invent a shoe that would do that, because there wasn't anything available. So that's what I've been working on for the past few years, and we're in production right now, almost done with it. Yeah. Dude, and going through production through COVID is a nightmare, especially like the first thing that I've ever tried to manufacture. But
right.
Luckily, I have like a great business partner who helps, and we have our production partners who have stood by our side and have been working on it a lot. So I'm stoked to do that for sure.
That's really amazing. Right.
I mean, it's amazing that
Thanks,
you're actually putting thought into this, because this is an actual thing people do go through. Plantar fasciitis is very terrible.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how it goes. But other than that, here's the ultimate question, right? Since we don't have a lot of time, what is the future looking like for the legend Shawn Hale himself?
Shawn Hale.
Well, okay, so that brand is Avos Therapy, and I'm trying to finish that right now. Not finish it, because I have some other ideas that nobody knows about yet that I'm really excited about. So I'm skating. I skate as much as I can, and then I come home and I work on this. I got to work on it actually as soon as we're done with this. Just some little like website updates to help some of our supporters understand like what part of the process we're at. But honestly, I just like making things. I think like, not to sound cheesy, but I think that's what attracts me so much to skateboarding, is like you can just be creative and you don't have to do what somebody else did. And even if you are doing what somebody else did, it's just fun to go out and learn new things every day. So the future that I am planning is really, I just want to create things that, I don't know, just have fun, and honestly just try to take care of my parents, because my parents aren't doing that great. Also, shout out to my mom. It's my mom's birthday today. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday, Mom, right? Well, thank you very much for watching another episode to the show. If you guys enjoyed this episode, half as much as we enjoyed filming,
you bet. Make sure to subscribe,
share. Yeah. Shawn, this has
if you like this conversation, share it.
Yeah, this is
honestly,
for sure.
Thanks,
a really good experience. So is there anything you'd like to shout out or let the world know?
I don't know. I just hope that dude, skateboarding is such a weird thing, and like it takes a lot of commitment, and it brings a lot of happiness to people. So if you're trying to skate, like go for it, dude. It makes people super happy, and that's like what people struggle with, is finding happiness, and I like to see people happy. So.
Well, that's great.
Wow.
Well,
that's amazing.
You heard it here first. Skate till you're happy. Be happy while you're skating. We'll leave
skate it till you make it.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Till you make it. We'll leave a link to Shawn's social media,
Instagram, everything below. Check it out.
It's been great. It's been fun. Peace. Love.
Thanks, guys. It was fun talking to you.